Hello guys, welcome back to the crew, calling all units. Let's have a quick look at the patch notes. They have announced the news, what to expect from this new expansion, if you bought it and also if you didn't buy it. What can you expect, what can you do if you have it, and what can you do if you didn't buy it or want it or whatever. So let's have a look. The main elements are the crates. There are new prologue missions. There is a player level increased to 60, and there is a bounty system. The crates are all over the map, and you will encounter them as a player, even if you didn't buy the calling all units. You can pick up the crate, which will sort of start a police escape, and you will be followed, and your job is to deliver the crates without getting arrested, of course. It isn't mentioned here, but it was mentioned before that the place of the crates will change daily. So daily on the map the crates will be on another place, and you I don't know if you can see them on the map or that you actually have to look for them. That's something that we will have to see starting tomorrow, I guess. There is a new prologue to the missions and a new character. Her name is Clara Washington. That's the blonde chick you see on some of the footage here and there. It will pretty simple tell you how to use certain power-ups and stuff like that, like an EMP lock and a flash bang and stuff like that. It will probably tell you how to do it. If you bought the calling all unit, then you will, after the new prologue, you will start with a couple of new story missions, which you will not be able to do if you didn't buy calling all units. So you can skip them if you haven't, and you have to go through them, I guess, if you bought calling all units. The player level is increased to 60. We already knew that. That also means that you can earn new parts, more specifically platinum levels 51, level 52, level 53 and so on, up to level 60 with a diamond bonus. No longer acceleration, speed, brake, grip bonus. No, it's just an overall bonus. Well, we call it a diamond bonus. Not sure what the official name is. It's not mentioned here. If you do the great missions, you will get there is a bounty system in place, which will reflect the individual skill of a player as a cop or as a street racer, and this bounty depends. Well, it will sort of level you up, sort of a personal rank like you have in PvP. It will be the same with this bounty thing, and you will receive the bucks depending on the player that you have beaten. So you will get more bucks if you are higher up the rank. That's or if you beat a player which is higher up the rank, you will get more bucks, and of course it will also increase your bounty. Now let's talk about the new content. As I said, there are new story missions. And the story missions can only be played by the calling all unit owners. So if you didn't buy the game, you will have to go through the prologue once you start up the game, I assume. And after that you have to do other stuff. If you bought the game, you can go through the story missions. 10 or 12 new story missions, I believe, where your new character, Clara Washington, calls you up, and you have to arrest a gang of street racers called the Harvesters, and you have to help out as a police cop to bring them down. That's what the basically it does. There are two type of chases. You have a chase where the street racer picks up a crate, it's a delivery gameplay, and you have a chase where the street racer destroys object, which is an escape gameplay. So you will sort of have a police delivery mission and a police escape mission. Police gameplay, of course, this is for those who have calling all units. And you will have access to the chase gameplay, which starts whenever a street racer picks up a crate. Automatically you will get a pop-up saying that there is a police escape going, and that you, well, it's up to you of course, but then you can decide to join in there or not. Police cars comes as with all the normal cars, they come in different specs, so you can use them on all terrains as well. It's not the idea that you're gonna go off-road with a Lamborghini. No, you will have to take out a raid spec or even a monster spec to go a little bit faster. And as a street racer, well, it's pretty simple. You will have access to the crates in the world, and your main object is pick up one of those crates, and it will instantly start a police chase. As a street racer, you don't have any specific cars to use or something. You can use whatever it is that you have in your garage. So you can change cars within the police chase if you want to go off-road and so on. Of course, there are so-called abilities, or what I call power-ups. But from what I hear and saw so far is that there are 5 power-ups for a police player and 5 power-ups for a street racer, but you can only use 3, so you probably have to in advance select the ones that you want. As a police, you have a speed hack which breaks the acceleration of any of the racers. You can do an AMP field which deactivates the brakes of a racer. You can do an AMP shock which make the street racer lose control of the car, and you can use jammer, which basically deactivates all the UI items, the radar, the crew widgets, the 3D tags and so on. So basically means that the racer doesn't know where it's going anymore. And you can use back on track, and that is pretty simple. Not only if you go off-road or something, it doesn't put you back on the track, it also puts you back closer to the racer, so that he can't get away that easy. As a street racer, you can use flashbang, unlimited, nitro, the guardian, EMP shock, and back on target for support players. Now a flashbang that blinds the cops, so they have no idea where they are going. For like, you will get a white screen for I don't know, a couple of seconds, I guess. A limit throw is pretty simple, gives unlimited nitro to the racer again for a few seconds. And you have a guardian, which is sort of a shield, for those familiar with Need for Speed World. And what does a shield do? Well, it basically blocks every of the power-ups the police are using, so they can't touch you for a couple of seconds. You also have an EMP shock, where you disable the car of the police for a few seconds. And you can also use back on target to put you a bit further on up the road where the actual chase is going, in case you, I don't know, you missed a corner or something. But that is only for the support players. What is a support player? You can do these police missions and stuff in a crew, or you can play 4 versus 4, 4 cops, 4 racers. You can also just do it solo, whatever you want. But if you play it in a crew, there is only one player who will have to deliver the crate. The other players are supports, so they mess about with the cups, so they help you deliver the crate. But they not have to deliver crates themselves. It's only one player in the crew who has to do it, and the others are just backup. And they can use back on track in case they lost it here or there. Now, if you're like me, not really interested in all this police racer thing, totally not looking forward to it, in that way, even that I didn't buy calling all units so far, I don't find it, for the content we're getting, worth the $25 that they want for it. So you now already have the rest of the game. I'm also not happy with the fact that you have to pay. Even as a long-term player who already has paid for every freaking aspect of this game, you still have to pay 25 euros or bucks or dollars or 20 pounds or whatever it is for this expansion, and you will only get calling all units, while new players for the same price get calling all units and the wild run. So that meant that I tried to win it in that stupid challenge they come up with, but also there, even giving out the keys, things went wrong. It's pretty simple that they have given out keys, well, by the looks of it, randomly. It probably wasn't randomly, but it was definitely not on the fastest time, because there were people winning keys who even didn't try to get a fast time, so they went for a high score in the community challenge. And even then it doesn't make any sense. There are people with 20,500, 20,600 points won a key, and people with 20,800 points didn't win a key. What apparently also mattered was that you had to be the crew leader, which is something they are never mentioned, because at least 5 of the winners of the 8 winners that I'm aware of, 5 of them at least confirmed being crew leader. So they messed up with the challenge, they messed up with giving out the keys. So whatever it is, never mind. Of course, it's a new expansion, so there are also new vehicles, cars and bikes and such. Already mentioned some of them in previous videos, like the Nissan GTR, the Jeep Wrangler, Mercedes GLC, the Aventador will have a police. These are all police cars. So some of them, by the looks of it, Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe, Police Street. So I'm guessing it will also only be available as a police car in street spec, at least for the beginning. Let's see, anything else we don't know about? Yes, there are a few. Well, first of all, the Huayra is not mentioned here. So will it be an exclusive car for those who were playing in the beginning of the game? Because they will get the car and with an exclusive sticker as well. And it's not mentioned in this list. So I'm assuming you cannot get your hands on it at the dealers in the beginning. Or they just didn't bother to mention it on this list. The Ferrari F12, we already knew that. The Kawasaki GPZ 900 Ninja 1984, which is a bike. We'll talk about the bikes in a second. Street Perfect in circuit. Okay. The Kawasaki KX450F Street Dirt and Raid. This is competition for the KTM 450. Finally, this is also a MX-1 bike, I think. Motocross, that is. You're driving with KTMs and Kawasaki in the World Championships there. We already had the KTM, and now we will get the Kawasaki. It's the first time I see this bike mentioned, so that's a new one. Indian Chief Dark Horse was already known. The Ducati Hyper Motard. That's a new one as well. First time I see that appear somewhere. And then we have a little big surprise here. The Mercedes AMG GT. Full stock performance spec and a circuit spec. That's a new one as well. And that brings the crew car list at this moment with all the cars in at 101. 101 vehicles will be in the game, full stock, and yeah, full stocks, and there will be more because also the police cars will come with their own full stock. But it's not only new bikes, they have been messing about with cars and bikes as well. They have been nerving them a bit. The following cars have their suspension and overall handling refined, so they nerfed them. The Ford GT, the Lamborghini Gallardo, the Lamborghini Aventador, the Ford Mustang 2011, the Chevrolet Camaro 2010, the Dodge Challenger 2012, the Nissan 370Z 2013. Those are basically the 4 starters cars. And the 1969 Chevrolet Camaro in performance spec. So they have been messing with the cars, so some cars will handle better apparently. And the bikes, and handling update for all bikes. Better tuning rate and improved suspension settings. And a better turning rate, I must say. So they are finally going back to, I'm not sure it will be the same like before the April patch, but at this moment you can hardly take a corner with those bikes, and apparently they have improved that. So there is lots of things to test, even if you do not have calling all units like I have. I have to test a lot of things. I have to put the new cars at 12.99. We'll put them into the Driving All Cars series at 12.99, so that I can compare them to the already tested cars. After that, of course, with the level 60, also the new car level will go up to probably 14.99, which means that some of these cars will have a way better performance at 14.99 than at 12.99. So that's for the bikes and the cars, and then there are of course some bug fixes. The dashboard issue is resolved. The behavior of the traffic is resolved. Some for police vehicles, and they have been messing with the cops as well. Something with stickers and the car still moving after they were already dead and stuff like that. Frame rate improvement with a session of 8 players. Something with the experimental award that they have improved. The vehicle sound will probably be exposed. The vehicle stats will now probably be displayed in car dealers, car tuners and HQ. There was an audio issue with some players that it's also been fixed, and of course, probably the most important one, the manual clutch issue. They have fixed the manual clutch bug where you could force the clutch in manual mode and press it like crazy, giving extreme speeds. And that's what people are always using in the drag trial, at least in the top of the drag trial in the summit. I think this sort of covers it. So it's all about police and street racers. Personally, as I said, I'm not that interested in it. I'm more interested in the new cars, testing them out. Testing out the new handling on these mentioned cars here. And testing the new bikes. Seeing they are mixing and messing about with the handling apparently. Other than that, we can only hope that they actually fixed the clutch bug, so that it will be a bit more fair in the summits. Only thing they now have to figure out is how to get rid of the hill clamps, which are bugged as crazy as well. If it isn't crash cam activation, then it will be the bike glitch on the hill clamps. Otherwise, just keep them out of the summit, because they're useless, just like jumps, for that matter. Anyway, see you guys in the next video, which will probably be tomorrow somewhere, with footage of the crew calling all units. We're moving on from the crew wild run to the crewing all units as of tomorrow, somewhere 2-3 p.m. Paris time. That's what they announced. So we will see. We'll see you guys then, and bye for now.